Hello, everybody. Welcome to 3 Hours Early, the show where we are powered by 6 teraflops of power. Speaking of 6 teraflops of power, how about that Xbox One X? What's your opinion on that?
4 times the graphical power? 2 times the CPU? That's amazing.
It's
next gen.
Is it actually the most powerful console ever made?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Gen 5.
Well,
like the Switch is not even
stronger.
competing. That's where I'm kind of curious about.
No, Switch isn't.
Well, you're joking, right?
Well,
This
it's
is
the
sarcasm.
next gen console. I wouldn't think that the Switch would be.
What?
The Switch is...
I haven't
like,
looked at its specs.
The
so.
Switch is like the same power as the PS3. And the Xbox
PS3.
360. You think I'm joking, but I'm really not. It might be marginally more powerful than those, especially because it's in a compact little thing and you can take it out and be mobile. But no, it's not.
Okay.
Not even close to Xbox One.
Right.
Original.
Well, I mean, the Xbox conference, it starts off pretty exciting because they're like the Xbox One X, which I'm excited about. I hope they stick with this naming because I want to hear Xbox One X3 Box 2 as XL.
Oh yeah, you gotta put
Let's get the biggest version.
At the S at the end.
Xbox One XL would be a pretty good upgrade.
Yeah, and it's not even like a console. It's just like a house that you walk into. And there's a guy who's like, yeah, we got the games for the classic Xbox. I'll plug that in for you.
You know, my favorite part of the conference was the guy's voice, kind of like in Quake, how it's got like that deep, just this is a gaming voice back in like the 2000s, and Quake Champions kept it up, and they did it here every time they were talking about Xbox One X, and then they had these exclusive lines right before each of the games. So it said Xbox One exclusive, like this, what they perceive to be like the cool gamer voice.
Yeah.
And so every time I heard that, I could only think whenever they said Xbox One X, I thought of it in that voice. Xbox One X, the cool place to play games.
Well, it's the same guy who does
guy-
the VA awards, right?
That guy was super aggressive.
Premiere.
So that was a super aggressive voiceover.
Yeah.
Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, they say 42 games with 20 exclusives, and then everything is exclusive. But I was watching, right, and it's like exclusive, but they don't say the timed part. So, like, most of the shit they showed was timed exclusives,
Yeah.
and really the only exclusive they had was this Porsche, I guess, the Xbox One that lets you drive in the real world.
Forza 7.
No, well, Forza 7's an exclusive.
Yeah. Forza 7, Sea of Thieves, and a Crash.
Sea of
What was...
Which one?
The-
Crash something?
Yeah,
Crimson Skies?
no. Oh, that looks good too, though.
That's fine.
Yeah,
They had that big sizzle reel of games.
they did.
So, okay, overall, Microsoft's conference was the longest of the three,
Was it
console
longest?
players.
Yeah.
And
Well, the last half hour was just Battlefront content.
No, that's a year.
no,
Oh, jeez.
it was Anthem. And it was like
Anthem. No.
It was like
No,
10
Anthem was like a 10-second trailer.
Yeah, it was,
but
it was like,
I gotta be excited.
No, that was like 5 minutes of Anthem.
No, that was EA.
No, that
No,
was
you're
Microsoft.
right. EA did the 10-second clip.
EA did that, yeah.
EA, fuck. I hated
Okay.
the conference.
3 hours
Let's-
early,
let's
the
try-
podcast where you listen to experts talk about the games you care about.
So if
Anyway.
nobody knows what the format is, but none of this is scripted. We just
Don't explain it.
We spend a week of just coming
So-
up with some content, and then we just blurt it out all on screen for you. And
We're just gonna regurgitate it.
it's just all candid.
The conference started,
Yeah.
and this is the only thing that ran through my mind. He went through this little speech, and really the only words I heard was, look at us, we're awesome. We worked so hard and spent years of engineering to
Yeah.
bring you the Xbox One X.
That's
all I heard.
Do you like?
That was good.
Yeah,
That-
that was
what
good.
do
Do you
what
like
else
Phil
do you need?
Spencer as their head figure? You like him?
He's acceptable.
I think he'd be a guy that I'd like to talk to behind the scenes, but I don't think I don't feel like he's the best presenter.
Right.
He's a little too nice.
I think
It's too nice.
You know.
No, that's fine. Just
there's three right now, right? Between Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. There's Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Yeah.
There is
I-
Sean Layden.
I really like Sean Layden.
Sean Layden's good. And then there's Phil
And I like Phil, but
and Phil's good too.
he
but
just seemed a little uncomfortable.
who the
Like
person
he looks
I
for his
miss
pockets a lot.
is the last Sony individual. Jack Tretton.
Oh yeah,
Jack
he's the
Tretton
best.
was the best.
He was the king.
I'm at a conference. I want to listen to someone. It's Jack Tretton.
Yeah.
He's so good. But props to Reggie for being around for so long.
Oh yeah, forever. So anyway, they show off this new Porsche.
Forza
World
7?
premiere, the new Porsche.
It's like, hey guys, none of you can drive this in real life, but we're going to show it off to you anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you're showing off a car to
And
a
then
bunch of gaming nerds. None of them have the money to buy a Porsche.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Even the two chicks,
this is the,
like...
this is the world exclusive? Like, come on. Like, or
Yeah,
the world
Yeah.
premiere of this.
the world premiere, exclusive premiere.
And showing off the new console is really Forza 7. Like, weren't you expecting maybe a more robust title than Forza 7?
They do Forza every
Year. That's what I mean. Like, not like a
biannually.
new Halo game or something. Like, not
This is like
Gears of War or
the 10th or
a new IP.
12th year of the Forza series. It's
Yeah.
every 2 years or so.
They love showing off Forza at their conferences because they are beautiful games.
Oh, yeah, for
they're
sure.
beautiful to show off, and especially if you
And
want to
they're
show
fun.
off the power of the Xbox.
Like,
They throw in this Forza game, like look at how beautiful all this is. Look at the weather work. Look at this. Look at that. It's pretty.
Yes.
And it does set a tone when you're watching the presentation. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, wow, I would like to see different games.
yeah.
Well,
but I know that this is the end all and be all of the looks.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think the next game they showed, that might have been a good one because I personally love the Metro.
Exodus.
Yeah.
The
I
Metro-
loved Metro Light, and I hear the music in the house in a heartbeat from 28 Days Later. I'm into it, and he's going through the Metro tunnel. He gets outside, and it's all his gameplay footage that's in real time, but it's shown. It was a perfect demo.
You know,
And that's a game that looked
it was
gorgeous.
That was a perfect demo. There wasn't too much of that like talking and script work. It wasn't a trailer.
Yeah.
It was just nice gameplay demo trailer,
Yeah.
and it looked pretty. I liked it.
you know,
Did you ever
it looked-
play?
I didn't play Metro, no.
Yeah. I
But
don't
now
know.
I've got it on the
Either,
PS3
either.
still, but
I always thought it was just.
Just another game.
I never knew.
it's like a first-person Fallout, but
Yeah.
like
See, I never heard any reviews or anything on it. and I saw
Isn't,
you
isn't
playing
Fallout first person?
you heard me praise about it though, didn't
it.
you?
You were praising it, but
Yeah.
I thought it was just.
Isn't Fallout
like a
first
B
person?
or C class
Yeah, it is.
game?
Well, it could be. I
think-
play third person.
I didn't think it was anything.
It looked good. I've never played the Metro Dying Light. Is it? originally?
Yeah, Metro.
But this
Last Light.
this trailer was really good, and
Yeah.
it got me interested, even though
Yeah.
I know nothing about the series.
You
so.
you should actually get the Redux on the PS4 for like $20.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
I'll do
did
that.
look. It did look like a game there. Oh, okay. Now I have to revisit this because
Because then you trade your bullets for cash, or your cash for bullets, and it's all kind of like interchangeable. And you go in these tunnels. It's like, oh shit! There's so much management. Oh, I love it.
And
And,
then-
that team worked themselves to death. Like that team in I think Sweden
Yeah.
or Switzerland or something. Like they were going hardcore making this game and just busted their balls getting out.
Well, it looks
So-
good, so I hope the reviews
Yeah.
do it justice.
Yeah.
Or it does itself justice, I guess. Then, there's this game that no one cares about. Assassin's Creed Origins.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge from the reaction because the crowd seemed to like it.
No,
I
the
don't-
crowd always likes it.
Yeah,
I can.
I actually don't know how the world perceives Assassin's
I
Creed.
really
I know
don't.
how we perceive Assassin's Creed.
I know how the chat comments usually perceive.
I've mentioned this before. This is my stance. The world perceives Assassin's Creed as an amazing series, but every single time the game releases, there is a failure to meet expectations. Every single time, partially mitigated by the Pirates one, but that was like their best hope at that, and otherwise they still didn't meet expectations.
Yeah.
Just wasn't as bad as of a Fallout as the rest of the series.
Yeah.
So everyone always gets hyped. This one's in Egypt. Great.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
It just
Right in
looks like
time for the Mummy.
It looks like it's just another Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, no, it
looked
does
like
have a
this-
lot of. It's got like the RPG. It felt like a mix. It did feel like a hybrid of. I don't even know what games I was thinking of at the time.
like
but
sandbox games where you craft.
sort
and
of
do all
like
that
it,
sort of
it was
stuff.
like Skyrim mixed with something else. I was thinking. I don't know.
So what I found neat about these three conferences is
Arkham Knight.
each
Yeah.
each one of them tried to tell you we know you and
Yeah.
we know you're gamers, and this is what you like.
Yeah.
PlayStation did it the best, and we'll get to that. But this is the line that Phil Spencer really sold to me, is clearly at Xbox, we've always believed in the power of games to unite us all.
Aw.
Thank you, Phil Spencer. We get it. Xbox did a great job of giving us those fluffy sentences between games.
Yeah.
But following that, they came in with PUBG.
Wait,
What?
what does that mean?
Player unknown.
Yeah, but what are you? Is that a knock?
No, that was not a knock. I'm just trying to-
You made it sound like a knock.
I'm going through the conference.
You haven't even played this game. This is a good.
We have
game.
lots of content to get through, so
Yeah.
just jumping off
All right.
to PUBG.
I'm just
Terrible
saying.
segue. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
I don't know if that's
Public
satire.
Enemy or whatever, Player Unknown.
Unknown,
I've been playing it. Don't worry. It looks good. Are you expecting it to be quite a bit different from?
No,
No. I've heard they have new maps. They've got a few different maps.
I don't want new maps.
Well, there's just three.
This is the
They
one
have
map.
3 maps. And no,
I don't
no.
even know the one map
You
yet.
didn't hear the other 2? They sound really fucking cool. And I
But I
can't
don't-
even describe them, but I just remember at the time of hearing about them, they sound really cool.
I don't even know the first map though. Like every time I go into it, it's like a new experience. I'm dropping somewhere else, trying to learn
Oh.
how to
What do you
fight
mean?
around.
After like 5-6 playthroughs, you land in like, you're not landing in different spots of the map clearly. Because I land here, I land there, I land there, I land there. And
So I
then
went
6
over to-
playthroughs, I've seen it all.
The only experience I've had of PUBG is I went over to Adam's place, and he's like, "Hey, let's play around. I'll show you." And he parachutes off, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so you can always choose where you parachute." He's like, "Yes, I always parachute at this spot."
Is that true?
Yeah, that's my strategy spot. Like
So that's how we play differently.
No, when I'm
This is why I didn't
when
know the
I'm
map.
playing to win. Like I'll the first few rounds is a warm up, and I'll pick somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, now it's time to get serious. And then I go to my school zone and play from there.
Yeah. And this is a good title for Xbox. Like, it's still PC, but it is only on the Xbox console. So,
Yes.
yeah, I think that's
It's a great
good for
title
them.
to have.
Yeah, totally. You know what? They almost had me on the ropes with these first few. Like, I do want to play Metro. I know that's going to be on PS4. But these first lineup, like, I do want to play Forza. I do want to play this. I want to play Player Unknown. I was like, maybe I'll buy an Xbox One. But then as, like, I kept seeing the timed exclusives, I was like,
The one beauty of having Battlegrounds on Xbox is that everybody will be playing with the same graphic control.
right.
Oh, yes.
So you won't have the graphical
Advantage.
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or disadvantaged graphics,
Disadvantage.
but advantage gameplay.
You have terrible graphics, but
So for those who don't know-
everyone suffers.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to look it up can. I'm not going to talk about it.
What?
Anyway, next they had Deep Rock Galactic.
No.
What? Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
Honestly, I can't remember.
What?
It was garbage. It looked like garbage.
I missed that one. I don't even
Don't
recall it.
Yeah, no, it was.
All right.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
You know
State
what?
of Decay?
You
State
know-
of Decay 2 came.
Don't care. Oh
You don't
no,
care?
State of Decay was a good.
Decay.
State of Decay was
Is that-
good. That looked interesting.
gory.
That was the zombie
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah, then they had the.
Because there's 2 zombies.
It's like
There
the-
are
it's
2
like the
zombies. I was
answer
confused. Is this
to
the
Days
one with the
Gone.
ninja in the
State
warrior?
of Decay is the one where you build up.
No, it's not that one.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. We got confused on our zombie games.
Well, I know but that was the question I had because I was watching like a preview for another zombie game that had 4-player, and they were surviving and they were doing all these buildings and scrapping.
Oh, yeah.
And then they showed this, but it looked very different but similar. I was wondering if it was the same game or not.
No, that wasn't. I didn't consider that a zombie game.
Okay.
No, the one I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure it's this one. State of Decay. It's all about survival, and you're playing with other players, and you're building, like, you can build a base.
Yeah.
And what was it? But what was the other zombie game?
I thought it was State of Decay. I didn't
You're
hear
not thinking of Days Gone from Sony, right?
No.
Days Gone.
You might be
I'm
thinking of
that. Yeah.
You are? Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, State of Decay 2 looks fun.
Yeah.
I would play that.
Yeah, I'd play that. I think that is.
I
an
mean,
exclusive.
I probably wouldn't get me more than a week of gameplay, but
Yeah, you get bored. That's kind of the thing with those open. Like, it just feels a little too open, I think.
yeah, it's fun.
Well, you know what game will give you way more than a week of gameplay?
I think I have an idea, Ash.
Minecraft 4K.
I was okay.
Why would you even go to that one?
Because that's
I thought you were going to say Darwin.
Yeah, Minecraft.
The
is still out
Darwin
there.
Project.
Minecraft is still out there, and it's fun for some people.
Yeah, the Darwin Project. Did you know what that one is?
I don't.
That's the they were doing the esports. They had the caster, and he's like, "Rrr," and they had like these team battles. It was like it was like a MMO style. It looked third person, lol, MOBA action.
Really?
It was crazy. It was colorful. It looked creative. I liked the character designs. They had like shields and everything, and there's action packed. And the guy announcing it, he was really into it. I was like, I'd play that.
So they had like this little show off. Of
Yeah, it was. And you saw like a guy in the snow, and he's got an axe, and you see him over by him, like another zombie game. Or I have to say, okay.
Yeah, I remember this.
And then it wasn't a zombie game; it was this action-packed MOBA game type of team.
I'll talk about the esports later because something I really want to get into, but we should get through this.
Yeah.
Let's hit Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Let's hit Dragon Ball.
I'm very excited.
So gorgeous.
Nintendo DS had this Dragon Balls game,
Yeah.
and
Budokai.
no, it was like
Shin?
super. It had an S in there.
Okay.
I'll have to get that name. Anyways, it was a 2D fighter.
Yeah.
And I loved the gameplay. It was very Street Fighter-esque, but it was on the DS. It was fantastic, and I always wanted it. Supersonic Warriors.
That's
what it was called.
Yeah.
Supersonic Warriors. And I saw this, and I said, "This is amazing." It is a console version of the thing I loved, and
But that had
blows 3D
assists.
gameplay out of the
But
water.
this one has. Did that one have 2 characters or 3-on-3s just like this, or is it just assists?
No, that one just had assists.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's
like Marvel.
This is a Marvel versus
Capcom 2. We're going
2.
This is 2D.
Clone. I'm going to call it a clone because it looks exactly the same.
What?
However, the graphics look amazing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful looking game.
And I saw like the manga comparisons, like between manga and the thing, and visually, it's like move for move, like these guys got everything right.
Yeah.
It just looks so spot on.
How it zooms in for
Yeah.
the supers, and it's gorgeous. And it really, this is the direction that Capcom should have went with.
Yeah.
Instead of
What do you mean? Just skinned out everything with Dragon Ball? Because it's
Yes.
the exact same game.
No, but like stick to its roots.
Visually,
Oh,
they went with that chunky 3D.
Yeah.
Like you're looking at each individual tooth of Ryu, and he's got this ugly jaws. Like what happened to the
you
beautiful
mean
like
kind of like
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5?
It almost
had the
feels like
manga.
clay fighters at this point.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed the anime, the manga style, artistry that they had in earlier Street Fighter games.
Third Strike, right direction. Street Fighter 4.
yeah, that's right. I don't know. You mean the 3D models in a 2D world?
Yeah.
I remember watching the first trailer of Street Fighter 4, and then it's just the zoom in on Ryu's face, and his mouth is open, and he's screaming, and like
He
that
looks
is
so ugly.
that's hideous. Why would you put a zoom in on that? That's
Yeah.
terrible.
agree.
But if they went this direction with the direction Dragon Ball Z went, that would be a gorgeous game.
Yeah.
Anyway, this looks fantastic.
I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And the
we'll
fighting crowd
Beat you up. We'll play it.
was really into it, like both the fans and like the actual fighting crowd who likes like Delta Gear and
This
Capcom, because they went and looked for Marvel vs. Capcom, and that apparently didn't like get them all excited. And they saw this, they're like, "Oh, this is what I want.
Remember when we were younger?
I want to see this in esports."
Yes. Well, this is going to be an esports.
Yeah, I wanna see it Evo.
I really do want to talk about esports.
Yeah,
Because this is going to go the esports route,
Yeah.
not the what everyone else is trying to force into esports.
right. Yeah,
You think it's going to go into the esports?
I want to see like high level tournament play.
I'd love
of
to
this.
see it, but
This
I'm
will
not
be
sure if it's
the
gonna there.
next Street Fighter for sure.
Wow, that's because the thing is though, being the next Street Fighter isn't just about gameplay; it's also about the balance.
Next,
Right.
Marvel, yeah.
Well,
And-
these guys
you're-
are though Gears of, not Gears of. You know, Guilty Gear. These guys made the Guilty Gear series, which has always been a pretty popular.
Yeah,
fighting
that's
game.
pretty
really
big in
popular.
Japan anyway.
Okay, that's really good then. One thing I remember when I was younger, I'd be playing these Dragon Ball games, and I was so happy. Teen Gohan was always my favorite.
Yes.
And the reason I like Teen Gohan is because not only did I like him, but he was also strong, but he wasn't the strongest. Because everyone would go to Goku and think he's the strongest. But now, as the series has progressed, Gohan ended up being like the strongest Z fighter
Just
ever.
lazy.
Which is just like, well, damn.
Yeah.
I guess that went away.
Yeah.
I guess I got to play Yamcha if I wanted.
I can't wait for some Yamcha play.
You just want the underdog, eh?
I don't want the underdog, but I didn't want to be like, oh, look at me, I'm
To
playing
be
the
fair,
strongest
though,
guy all the
Super
time.
Saiyan 2 Gohan was the strongest.
Yeah,
He
just not Teen.
no team.
Gohan, this is before like the Cell tournament where he unleashes power.
Yeah, that he's the strongest.
He's the strongest
At
at
that-
that time?
Yeah, and he was still a benchmark part way through the Boo saga, so
Yeah.
he's still relevant.
I thought he was more
Anyway, that's nerdum.
Anywho.
We can talk about anime. That's fine.
Black Desert.
Oh,
MMOs coming to Xbox.
I want to play Black Desert, but I don't want to get into an MMO right now.
This is an intense MMO though, from my understanding.
Is it free to play?
It's yeah.
Or is it like a buy the base?
Yeah, I think
No subscription? I want to play an MMO with no subscription.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't
I
exist.
didn't look into it. It's $10 to buy on Steam right now,
Okay.
and so I don't know if that's a month free. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense. It's you kind of have to feed your character properly and do things to survive. It's not just regular. Oh, look at me! I have health and HP.
Yeah.
Mana.
It did look like a good action packed form of combat.
Good PvP. It seemed.
I keep hearing
I
about.
didn't hear any PvP yet. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Oh. Anyway,
Okay.
last night.
Last night.
Yeah.
Did you get excited for that?
Yeah. It was good.
Oh man, it comes in all Blade Runner-y, and it's pixelated but 3D, and it's dark and atmospheric.
It was kinda
and
like-
it's like, and the guys with the gun.
It was like high
yes.
definition pixelated
It was very
2D
it was
platformer
beautiful.
game.
It was very artistic.
Yeah.
but 3D.
It looked like, I'm not familiar with how they make games or like how the graphics work, but it looked like they had to individually make every single, like the pixel artist had to do every single scene in that and had to do every animation.
Well, they got a VFX guy, who does like real stuff, and they're saying, well, like they do logos and stuff, and they're saying, let's like make like how we would go about a logo and like turn that into a game. And so they were showing, like, he was kind of describing how he went about the process of layering all these 2D pixels to make this vibrant world.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looked like he had to like hand draw every single frame of that
Yeah.
with pixels. It looked great. And
But then I saw the actual gameplay, and it was like, I did get a little bummed, but.
Yeah. It followed up with another artistic platformer.
Oh, yeah?
The guitar guy, Artful Escape.
Yeah, Artful Escape.
He's playing some
Yeah.
guitar and he jumps up platforming and he strums his guitar more.
I saw people excited about it. Are you excited about it?
I'm not excited.
I
don't
was
know why.
confused.
You know, okay, actually, this defines the entire Microsoft conference for me. A whole bunch of games.
Yeah.
Very impressive, unique graphics, but I didn't care about a single one.
these are all indie games that you'll play for an hour or two.
Yeah.
I don't give indie games that much time unless
But support the developer.
Beat in a day. Yeah.
except for Resogun and the new Resogun.
The best game on PlayStation 4.
I guess I was
we don't have to talk
hoping
about
they
that.
would play, like, you saw him like do the jump and then strums the guitar, and he's always holding these. I was wondering, like, they should have showed more of. Does the guitar do anything?
Yeah,
Are you
because all the gameplay centered around him like strumming the guitar.
If
and
you
just
play the
moving
note,
forward.
does something happen? Is that like the gameplay?
Yeah,
like
that's what it looked like. The guitar
because that
was
looked
activating
cool,
things around
but they
the world.
just had him running sideways the whole time. Like, this is a waste of a trailer. Show me something.
No, it looked like his guitar was activating the world around him, and maybe he was using it for attacks as well. I'm not sure.
Code Vein
Yeah,
by Project Vein.
looks beautiful.
Yeah.
The anime Dark Soul.
Let's not.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't. You know what? Looking at it though,
Yes.
I didn't think it looked that much like Dark Souls.
Well, that's what they're trying.
I know what that's what they're trying to.
They're trying to market it as a Dark Souls game. It didn't look like a Dark Souls game because it was anime.
Yeah,
But it's still the same combat.
yeah,
I saw they were fighting the big monsters running around on the ground.
yeah.
Meh.
Oh, actually, I was thinking about that back when I saw the Minecraft expansion. Back to that, and they were doing the roll and the thing. I was jokingly, I bet they're going to compare this to Dark Souls combat. The little roll A. Oh, look at this Dark Souls-esque gameplay.
That's
Ooh. But they didn't, and I thought that was a letdown.
You know what else looks like a letdown?
Don't say it.
I'm going to say it.
I thought it looked all right.
Sea of Thieves, you thought it looked good?
I didn't. I thought it looked all right. I don't
Yes.
think it's as hyped up as the people are
is
making it.
challenging. Graphically underwhelming because you're seeing such beautiful games and then you see this.
Yeah,
And even the art style wasn't unique to make me be like, oh, you know, it's kind of like The Last Night where there's a unique, cool art style. It didn't look pleasant.
I thought it was fun. The the trailer, the preview that they had it was such fun to watch that guy go around and talk, and I was actually drawn into it. I was like, you know what, I could have fun with this.
Yeah.
I would have fun.
Okay.
No, it's not a graphical powerhouse, but
It must be big enough, like expansive enough to warrant it. Plus, they have all the I guess they don't want anything getting in the way of the networking and all that. And there's a whole bunch of content.
That
in
was
it.
just no. This was an
Don't
artistic.
get me wrong. I understand that an MMO is lower graphics than the average game. That is normal.
This isn't even about graphics. This is the artistic direction they went into.
See, and that's the thing. I'm saying that their artistic direction, to me, looks just like poor graphics. It doesn't look good to me.
They were just going for fun.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
You're just having fun being a pirate. La-di-da-di-da. You know, they weren't trying to be a serious pirate game like that other one that's coming out.
Yeah.
Which,
Right.
What was it called?
Guns, bones, ships, and bones. Bones and ships.
Skulls and bones.
Skulls and bones.
Skulls and bones.
Bones. Yeah. Starring Angel from Buffy.
Is anyone Tacoma? Anyone
I'm
interested?
not
No.
interested.
Let's go straight down to Anthem.
Wait, you don't like Super Lucky's Tale?
What?
Oh, you mean the one the Tails look like?
I thought it was Tails'
I thought
game.
it was-
I was excited, and then it wasn't Tails, and I wasn't
Tails is in
excited.
Sonic and Tails.
Why is he collecting coins? He's supposed to be
Okay.
collecting rings.
Yeah, I was so confused. The little fox running around. And no, you can't go down that far because there's Middle Earth, Shadow War.
Yeah.
That
No.
was a big
I've
deal.
never played a single Middle Earth game.
You mean the only
There's
Middle
only
Earth
one.
game?
Anyway, it got great reviews. It
Jeez.
was supposed to be really
Whatever.
good. You
I
should
haven't
play it.
played it.
I never played it either.
I'm not going to play it.
I should, though.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Adaptive AI.
They
Your
really
character builds a
revamped it.
reputation.
That Nemesis system they have,
Yeah.
like, that looks totally just like they
Next
went
level.
into it. Yeah.
Next gen.
So that looks good.
That looks great.
Yeah.
And
Good
there
job.
was some random stuff, but Anthem. Anthem stole a lot of E3 for me, actually. I loved watching that gameplay of Anthem. It wooed me. I want to see what happens with it. I hope they deliver on a multiplayer level. The graphics were gorgeous. The gameplay looked great, but I don't know. Is it going to be like, Destiny 1 looked fantastic 3 years ago, and then I walked in and it was missing so many things. Is it going to be the same here?
After playing, I actually got to play Destiny now. It went on sale, so I bought it.
Yeah.
Bought all of it, and I'm having so much fun with it.
Are you?
It's
Good.
they picked up some stuff. It's
Better than the first time you played it?
Yeah, better
Yeah.
than the first
Can we
game. It's
go-
a little more complicated.
Can we go home and play that tonight?
Yeah, sure. No, actually,
I'm going to be
can't.
playing StarCraft
Oh.
1.
I got to
Thanks.
go somewhere else. For me, Anthem didn't look like it had a soul. It was It was super serious.
I know what you're
they-
saying.
They picked up all the things. You had the classes of armor and
Yeah.
and the guns and.
They were
here's-
just taking everything and doing it right.
It just looked like they're picking it up and just doing it. They're just doing something
Yeah.
that's
I
already been
loved
done.
the fight. I love the guns. I love the suits. And I loved all the things. And I kind of got some armored core from it, like the lock
Pew,
gun
pew,
and all
pew
that.
missiles.
What I was a little worried about after I finished the trailer was because you get the first scene of her talking to, like, obviously an NPC. Like, there's a story mode, and then they get into the thing. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that with Sam later. Like, you lose all urgency of whatever the hell they were talking about.
Yeah.
There was story, and then it's just multiplayer. And where did the story go? What were they even doing? Who is she gonna get?
Yeah, what's the story?
Why did they introduce both elements?
Where's the soul of this
They
game?
were taking a stab at Destiny and saying, "Look how easy it is for us to enter your friend's world. You don't have to go back to orbit." That's what they were
Yeah.
saying. That's what
Yeah,
that
I
was
guess.
geared towards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just jumped in, flew into, and I don't know. Did they complete that quest? Is that what she did?
I don't think she
They
did.
didn't even finish
They-
it.
yeah.
No, seriously. All they were showing is, "Hey, we're in the middle of a mission. Oh, but I'm just going to port in like Star Trek style, beam me down, Sky,"
Yeah.
and just showed up and it's like, "Hey, let's go play together."
I just think it would have been cool to just see just multiplayer or finish whatever the heck mission they were doing. Because that was a weird
No,
introduction.
I don't care. You don't need to finish it.
Well, why did we see the
do you have-
city?
Why do you have to
If
finish
it
the
has
mission?
nothing to do, like, I'm lost. I felt
enough.
lost,
Okay.
but I'm still excited. I still want to play.
All right. Well, there was a whole bunch of sizzle reel
Oh,
games.
there's one more that I want to
Oh,
see.
what do you got?
Ashen. Did you see Ashen?
Yeah, I saw Ash.
That looked good. I want to play some
You think
co-op.
so?
Yeah, some Dark Souls S dungeon. I'm kidding with the Dark Souls, but it does look fun. I thought, and it has a cool like the faceless like graphics, and I like the style of it. And then I liked.
Are you going to buy an Xbox One?
Isn't that all systems?
I don't know, but at this point, you've liked a lot of games from this
I
conference.
did. They had me on the ropes for
Yeah.
most of it. I did.
If I ever bought an Xbox, I wouldn't be sad about the purchase, I don't think.
Okay.
What would you rate the conference? I give it an 8.
8, eh?
No, not even close.
No,
7.5.
it's fast paced. Lots of games.
I'll give it a 7.
Announced console. Gave us price, power. I thought they did everything they needed to do.
They did it right. They did it fine.
You know what? The only reason I give it a 7, they did a great job. I think there was still too much of 5 years ago style trying to sell the gamer in between each game of look how hard we've worked and look at our graphical
Right.
power and our engineers did this amazing thing.
Liquid
this isn't
cooling,
the forum for,
compacted.
This isn't the forum
integrated.
For it. Sony's learned that lesson and they've moved away from that. They evolved from that.
Yeah.
So I didn't
think-
like that part.
I
And
think
the other
it's
part,
okay. I think it's okay for them to show off their hardware and tell us about the hardware.
that's fine, but it wasn't even. Yeah, I mean it's great, but really great. We did all this engineering. I can still have better graphics on my PC, and my PC, yeah, while it's larger, it is a feat of accomplishment to have it in the small box. But I don't know. I didn't particularly care. And then they had this huge sizzle reel of what looks like 15, 20 games, and it's like we just want to seem like we have a whole bunch of stuff. And they just stole it out of the Sony handbook from like 3 years ago, where Sony was announcing the PS4 and
Yeah.
just destroyed
Oh,
Xbox
yeah,
One
and they're
and
still
Xbox
like
TV.
catching up.
So they're catching up to that, and that's all this was. This was a 3-year-old conference with 5-year-old level of presentation style. So,
But you
10
know
out of
what? Give them props. They didn't call the thing the new water cooler.
Okay, did you guys want to talk about Sony?
10. I do want to talk
Yeah,
about
let's
Sony.
talk about Sony.
I do want to talk about Sony.
Okay, going into Sony.
So they had this awesome music come in with the band, and then they had the waterfall. I was hooked, line, and sinkered. And I was thinking, I hope they're not doing Assassin. I had no idea what the game this was.
Yeah.
And the game comes on, and I'm running Tomb Raider. I like scratch that out. Uncharted, the Lost Compass.
Yeah, Uncharted DLC looks really interesting. It looks, it's Uncharted. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But the direction with 2 female leads.
I finally cracked down and bought Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
It's a really good game. You just get into it and you're just smoothing along. Like it's just
It's a movie. You're playing a movie.
yeah. And you know what? Naughty Dog knows that they're good.
Now
I got nothing to say on it.
No.
we're going to continue on, and we're going to get down to what my problem with the Sony conference was very quickly.
Oh, wow.
But the next big thing was Horizon Zero Dawn expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Cool. Looks
Yeah,
I'm looking
great.
forward to it.
Yeah.
I want to play it.
Yeah. And then right after that, Days Gone.
Days Gone.
Which
Days Gone looks really
they
good.
showed they showed different style, kind of showed the and this I think Days Gone is the penultimate Sony game. The over the shoulder, the playing and building contraptions and using them with the environment. Like it's
They're taking Insomniac,
it's zombies.
They're taking
it's Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog.
It's Insomniac.
throwing it together.
Yeah. With the
And
gray and the
you have
green.
Sony Bend. Sony Bend is an
Yeah.
amazing developer.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to this game. I don't want to play it. It looks boring.
To be honest, that's the lead up. Is I look at the entire Sony conference,
Yeah.
and all I saw was a few things. It was expansions.
Yeah.
It was current series that are ongoing.
Yeah.
And a couple new IPs in this one is one of the big showstoppers, and to me, it's not a showstopper. It was great, it looked great, but it's
Well,
not a
the problem with this list is it's everything that I saw last E3, and they have Last of Us 2. They have I forget the other one, but these other big titles that they're supposed to be coming out with, and it's like, well, why didn't I see those?
Not to mention that every single one of these trailers had the exact same cliche. Like the whole thing was just a cliche.
Yeah.
Right up until the last scene where it's the big monster looking at you.
Oh yeah.
It's like every single trope they could
Well,
possibly
Sea of
do.
Thieves did that with the shark.
Well, that was fun though.
No,
you
no.
saw that they teased it. That was like the whole.
So
The
Days
gun.
Gone looks fine, but then you had the best part of the Sony conference.
Sean Layden.
Sean Layden comes in, and he spoke for a little bit longer than I expected, but
Yeah.
he starts off with the sentence, you know what? And I thought he was just going to say this and then walk away and
Yeah.
let games go. So
Yeah.
he missed an opportunity. He just says, let's just agree that we love games
Yeah.
and we want to see more of them tonight.
Yeah.
And then you just walk away and let the gameplay go. He spoke for an extra 2 minutes. It was great. It was
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
And what I like about him is you get like the PR-ness from him, but he does come across as genuine. I don't know how much is genuine. And when he doesn't sound like completely like it's all teleprompter, like he maybe memorized some.
Well, this was a genuine.
And then when he takes
Conference.
that time to say thank you to everybody, like that's a good moment.
Well, yeah, and then that's before you left. That he gave the good thank you, and that's what Sony's been doing so great for the last few years. They've learned this lesson.
I think Sony didn't have a lot in this conference.
No.
So this is their genuinity. Is that a word?
Yeah.
They came in. He said a few things like, "Listen, we don't have a lot. This is what I heard. We don't have a lot, but here's all the games we do. So enjoy." And then that was their conference.
Yeah.
And that's all I saw, and I was okay with that.
Yeah.
You can't have a killer conference every friggin' year.
No.
It's impossible. Games got to be in development.
And the thing that we saw, Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
Anyone?
That was a strange.
Yes, I love Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Or Monster Hunter, and now they're coming out with Monster Hunter World.
I did
That game has so much soul. It's so fun.
like the Japan crowd is gonna love that. Like that is for the Japanese crowd because they're just gonna like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think I love Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter's the Fantasy Star.
Yes.
Online for America. Like it doesn't come out for us, but we get Monster Hunter, and it's the same thing.
I love Monster Hunter. I think it's going to be fantastic, but I think they did a terrible trailer.
It was
the gameplay. It was not a good way to show off the game.
Yeah,
it was, because if you've played Monster Hunter, you know what that gameplay is like. Then when you watch this, the gameplay is very different. I was looking at a very different game. I was like, okay, these are all very interesting concepts that I would like to, and that's all I was doing. It's like, this is what's different with this game. So yeah, it was a boring trailer, but it was showing everything that was different and making you, if you were into the game, you'll want to play it. But you'll want to try it.
Now I know it's for the fans because that's exactly what he said. This is for the fans that have been emailing me forever. But do you think that maybe the trailer should have like focused a bit more on getting a new audience?
Not at E3.
Not a new audience, but
yeah, it's okay that they're not at E3, but part of the Monster Hunter audience is playing a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
The fact that take the people who dropped in an Anthem and move them over to this trailer, and you've got both things are perfect now.
Yeah.
Right. I think what would have been fantastic is if you had 2 to 4 people doing a live boss battle in front of you.
Oh yeah.
That was gameplay that they were showing of that boss battle. Get 3 guys, 4 guys on stage. Let them do a live boss battle. Just show me that. I think that would have been fantastic. I think that would have been a much better way.
I think you can find that though. This was a different, like if you've seen a Monster Hunter trailer, you've seen 4 people fighting a boss.
Yeah, but they had the whip.
That's what you care about.
And he's running around, and he's running up the tree. He's coming down. There's moves that I would like to see in a team focused.
And he's got gadgets. And he's putting them together.
Batman.
He's activating them. He's Batman.
It's like Arkham Knight with Dark Souls. Come on,
Monster Hunter Batman. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So then the big drop news came.
So before the announcement, they said we have renewed the license for this title.
Yes.
And the minute you see the first shot of like the ground, just the way it was shaded, and you hear the first note of the music, the crowd went berserk.
They did.
And I went berserk because I was like, "Oh my god, there's a sequel!"
Yes, there is.
And then my reaction settled down. I was like, "Oh, okay,
it's just a remaster.
It's an HD remaster.
You can look at it as a remaster." But really, it's just a re-release.
Yeah,
I'm only
this is actually this is from the ground up. Because then when you're seeing the trailer, like because that was my expectations, but then I saw the actual Colossus is coming, and I was getting a chill every single time they showed.
It does bug me. If you're going to do something like this from the ground up, why not release a new one?
Yeah,
release a number 2.
Well, that's why
it was a fantastic game worth remastering. But Team Eco, you've already wasted a decade of your studio's time.
Well, this isn't Team Eco.
Oh yeah,
this is the remaster team. Right. But I guess this is like a stepping off. If they get this right, maybe that team will do the sequel,
maybe that's right.
Which
one's going to come out first? Final Fantasy VII remake or
this is 2018.
All right,
this is coming in 2018.
Okay. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Nah,
I don't think we need to talk much about it. We already bashed it.
It looked bad. I didn't know what it was.
I don't care about it because Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming out, and that's the game.
It comes out September, though.
That's the fighter of the year, man.
Okay, I agree. Call of Duty World War II. You know, they're trying to go back to the roots after Battlefield 1 was so amazing.
I remember hearing the story that, they're going back to World War II. I'm like, cool, that's where the roots are. And then I saw the trailer. I was like, wait, this is Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I don't want to play this.
God of War, Call of Duty.
It did just look like Call of Duty.
Oh.
But what's the expansion for Battlefield 1, Trials of Tsar? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I'm excited. I love me some Battlefield 1. I really want a reason to get back into it. And to be honest, I'm tired of having to release these shooters every year or every 2
I'm going to tell you right now, you're
Just
not
experiment.
going to get into Battlefield 1.
Did you try replaying it?
No, I haven't, but we have so many other shooters coming out.
Yeah.
There's so much coming out.
Well, that's
Battlefront
that's
2.
the service program.
Destiny
There's too
2.
many games because they don't
Anthem.
go away. They just keep it.
Battlefield 1.
They're all running
They're
side
not
by
funneling.
side.
Yeah, it's just now we have one guy playing every game.
Here's the thing. Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 released side by side with each other from the same company.
Yeah.
No, same release date.
Yeah,
And it's just brutal.
and nobody, people. Yeah, I guess they all play both.
I wanted to play Titanfall, but I'm never going to get into it because
No,
it's past my
too
due
many
now.
That's right.
So we're probably going to get into Destiny 2.
You know, there was a lot of talk though about why. By the way, that Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2 thing happened because it's kind of ridiculous. You have the same developer and they're releasing this game pretty much day and date. Not quite. I think they were still a week off.
Yeah,
But still, it's just you're asking Titanfall 2 to die because Battlefield 1 is clearly a bigger IP.
yeah.
And in the end, though, I guess there was this conversation with EA, and it was like, well, you know, we think that this caters to two completely different crowds, and we want to try and in so many words, you were saying we want to fight the high tech world of Call of Duty with Titanfall, and we want to steal whomever we can with Battlefield. And I think that was fine. It's a good statement, but they just underestimated the weight that Battlefield carries.
Yeah.
Especially because 2 weeks later, Call of Duty was coming out. And so no one is going to play Titanfall 2,
I don't
Battlefield 1,
think anybody plays
and Call of
Call
Duty.
Infinite, though, do they?
Oh, they still sold 11 million copies, more than Battlefield and Titanfall.
All right. I'll give it to them.
We wouldn't know because we're Battlefield people. We play Battlefield, not Call of Duty.
I buy the odd Call of Duty and then I throw it away
It's-
after 3 days.
Fun. It's fun to play
I
them.
play a mound
You know a
of
game you'll throw
multiplayer.
away after 3 days, but you will binge play it in those 3 days?
Are we getting right into the VR?
God of War.
Oh,
We're skipping VR. We'll jump into VR in a minute.
all right.
Your segues are terrible.
God of War. Anyone excited?
Yes. Not as excited as when I first saw the demo. Because the first demo they saw, I was like,
Was so
yeah, look
good.
at this new direction. Then they show this trailer. I'm like, well, this kind of go, which is good for
God
the
of War.
Call of Duty fans. This looks more like the God of War. But I kind of wanted the new style they were showing off last year.
This was the new style for sure, 100%.
No,
This-
you know, I think I agree with Matt in the sense of when I saw the gameplay,
This felt floaty and like actiony.
I
Yeah.
didn't get that. I saw the over the shoulder, like almost a Tomb Raider style, or just your typical Sony game where it's over the shoulder,
Naughty Dog.
aiming, shooting, and then taking into account that you still have to be able to do damage to your surroundings and everybody around you.
Yeah.
They threw in some, like I was watching for techniques and stuff, and
Right.
so there was no like jumping up in the air and doing a bunch of crazy combos and then smashing them down. It wasn't a button smasher like that. It was just, he's fighting, and then he unleashes some moves.
Did you ever
and
play any of the Call of Duty or God of Wars?
Yes,
Okay.
I actually bought back when they re-released it.
Okay.
They had the
You had that.
triple.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it looked like a brand new style. It looked fun.
it didn't look as heavy, quote unquote, as it did in the first release. It looked lighter, and it almost looked like it's the original God of War, but take away the isometric 3D like camera
Yeah.
angle and bring it behind the shoulder.
Yeah.
It is a little bit slower paced than that, to be fair. So I don't want to be too mean to it, but it did. I had different expectations when I saw the first trailer.
Right.
Or
Yeah, that's kind of thing because you saw the first demo and it's just, I don't know. It just
It felt
every
like
punch
Doom.
landed like a thud, but this was more like that.
Oh,
That's and I just
it felt like Doom. Like you're just this heavy,
Right.
slow paced. But
they may have streamlined that a bit.
anyway,
Detroit Become Human.
I didn't like this.
What?
I love
What happened to this game?
I love the
what
trailer.
happened?
I don't even know where it went. It's completely different than what I saw last year or the year before.
But this is what I've heard. There's 3 main characters, so you do get the detective story. I did have to, because I was really concerned.
During the trailer, there was a flash of him. that
Yeah.
detective.
he
Like,
exists
yeah.
still. I was like,
okay, he exists, but what happened to his that storyline?
So I guess there's 3 story arcs, or they all interconnect in some way. But I also didn't like,
interesting.
because now I just get like this Infamous feel. Like it's like the
Yes.
choices are just good or bad.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not the direction I thought they were going in.
They had that pan out where they showed all the different scenes, and it looked like there was 4 or 5 different versions of the same scene.
Yeah, but no, even the developer though, he said obviously he was getting tweeted about this because he came out. Someone was interviewing him, and he says, "Yeah, all the decisions are not this white and black. This is a gray morally game." So a lot of people were responding that way though.
Well, he was when the very first gameplay idea came in. You saw the cops coming, and then he was looking around, and there was like 5 different options you could take.
Yeah,
I assume you'll get the 5 different options, and they all build on top of each other. I would imagine.
yeah,
So you will get probably 4 or 5 different endings.
right.
Some being good,
Yeah.
some being bad.
I'm trying to remember how many innings Heavy Rain had. Wasn't it only 5?
I mean, it's not a lot. I don't think they're gonna. There's
Like
not gonna
that's
be.
a rubber.
There's not gonna be 100 different endings. It's gonna be the 2 or 3 endings, maybe 5,
Yeah,
and then like a scroll of, and this person died, and then this happened. You know how there's always that like montage of all the decisions you made, but they don't
Yeah.
really affect the game.
Yeah.
They're just, and this is what happened to these people
Yeah.
after. That's what it's gonna be like.
I think Until Dawn had like 2 real endings, and then all the other endings were just who survived, like the different combinations of people that survive. Still a good game though. I mean,
And then the beloved Destiny 2. Maybe we saw a little bit of gameplay, saw a
Yeah.
bit of story.
yeah,
I know everything I need to know about Destiny 2.
Yep,
play it.
I think we talked about
Looks
enough.
good.
Looks good.
yeah.
They
They did.
spent. Sorry, go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I
You
was
got it.
I wasn't going to talk about it. Go ahead.
Oh, you weren't gonna? Oh, yeah, go ahead. They, you know what? I like the dedication to the VR. They.
Oh no, you're jumping ahead. Go ahead.
I know.
What do you got
that
for
one
VR?
behind. Well, they released the VR, and they're supporting it with a whole bunch of titles.
Skyrim. The
Skyrim.
re-release of Skyrim, but now in VR.
Yeah.
You can see PS3 dated graphics in first
Remastered. It's remastered.
person.
in
Remastered
full.
graphics. My mistake.
Won't be 4K because it's a
So
screen.
yeah, more Skyrim. Great. I'm sure people will love to dive into that world with the VR. I wonder how the mods are going to be able to relate into that world. It'd be a bit trickier.
Yeah.
Any
don't know.
glitches that I could see coming up.
Would you play VR Skyrim?
No.
No,
I'm not going to play any of those VR games.
you're not gonna play.
I'm not into
You're not
VR.
gonna play Final Fantasy 15 fishing.
No. I'm not.
Monster
I would.
of the Deep.
I would play that VR.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, I would play VR Blitzball.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
But then
Let me play
I
that
can't
game.
do that. I can't like do a flip kick in the middle of the
Yeah.
ground.
It's all controls. You're just looking around where the ball's going.
Yeah, so that'd be good. Star
Being
Child.
patient. No, Star Child. Yeah.
You look like Tracer. You're a character that looks like Tracer. That's all I got out
Star
of it.
Child is the one with the giant robot, right? No,
Which was
that's
Star
Moss.
Child.
My bad.
Star Child was I to be honest, I can't define it because it looked
Was it
2D
the
and then it
Isos?
looked 3D. And
Okay.
then the main character looked like Tracer, and she was running around. It was kind of like a bluish background. She went and took some cover behind this thing, and there was some robots in the back.
Oh, okay.
I
I said giant robot. You looked
but
at me
there's
like
not
I was
much-
crazy.
No, yeah, no, sorry. But there's not much gameplay. And actually, that's one of my comments. All of the VR games,
Yeah.
the reason I'm not going to play them, and by the way, I understand VR. I've experienced it.
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
Yeah.
But none of these games looked to me, they didn't give me enough to care about.
Right.
And they didn't look that fantastic.
The Impatient looks like a good horror game, though.
Yep.
I have
good.
faith in that.
Do you hear my voice?
I hear you loud and clear, sir.
Metal
Bravo
Gear Solid
Team.
blinked
I was
twice.
laughing during the Bravo Team trailer because
Why?
that was edited in such a way where you clearly get the idea that you are not walking, you are sliding bunker to bunker, and then it's a shooting gallery.
Oh,
That's the
yes.
impression I like. There's no free roaming.
In what game?
Bravo Team.
Yeah, that's the army shooter.
Right.
So I thought they were being a little deceptive about that.
Even then, also when you were shooting, it was a very floaty shooting control because I guess they're trying to.
Yeah. Well, they got the new gun.
Yeah, so they're trying to control that, but every single time you started shooting a guy, the lift and the cursor would move in such an awkward way that doesn't happen in DualShock.
Yeah.
And they like cut it off before you saw too much of it, and they skip to the next one.
Yeah. Highly edited.
I'm worried about that game.
And then there's Moss.
Yeah,
That looked good.
it's pretty.
Yeah.
Looks pretty.
I'd
Little
give it a
mouse. Am I a mouse?
Yeah.
in there?
Give me a Redwall game. That's it.
Actually, you know
With
what?
Dark Souls elements.
If I had a kid, I would be playing Moss with them.
Yeah.
That's the sort of game.
Yeah.
So if I had a kid and I wanted to introduce them to VR and just have them, be quiet for a bit, I'd buy Moss for them and let them play that.
If I had a
and I'd even
kid-
experience that with
there's
them.
puzzles in there. It's cute. I think it's good.
If I had a kid
And I
and
bet you-
I didn't want to wait 3 years to play a game with him or her, and not wait for Kingdom Hearts, I would play Moss.
You know what? I guarantee that my girlfriend would be into that too. Mm-hmm. I bet you she'd love to play a game like that.
It just sounds.
So
it looks good.
that's a game for everybody, I think.
Yeah.
And it was actually the first VR game, the only VR game out of them that I said, I'd play that. That'd be fun.
And
That'd be cute.
it's not like your typical and I think a lot of developers should be doing this, finding other ways to use the VR. Like, sure, you can play this on your controller, but I think being in there, controlling the mouse with while looking through the environment and doing the puzzles with the mouse.
Yeah.
I think it's
it's really cool
a good
idea.
VR.
It's cute.
So then they spent 30 fucking minutes.
Why do you swear?
I had to say it. Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Apparently, it was
The big-
supposed to steal the show. Everyone loved
I
it.
loved it.
Ah.
The crowd went nuts. Come on,
No.
Arkham,
There was an Arkham
Spider-Man.
clone.
Colors though, and it had the personality right, and he's saving people, and he's doing the things.
And he had that
and
white
had the
spider
webs,
that you love.
and he hit the spiders, and the combat was a little too light for me. I wish it was a little heavier. But and then they had the cinematics, and he's being a superhero. He's doing the collateral damage, and I loved it. I gobbled it up.
Spider-Man 2 looked fantastic. Looked as great as a superhero movie from Marvel, especially, could ever get.
Yeah.
And because of all that, and the fact that I still don't care, means to me that I just don't want this game. And it's not the game's fault. It's just not for me. But it looked great.
This was a typical Arkham style.
Yeah.
The stealth with the gadgets.
Yeah.
They threw that in.
But they,
And it's a fun gameplay.
No, but there was a Spider-Man game for PC 15 years ago that had similar espionage
Yeah.
style gameplay. So I
even
don't
the
mind that. That's a
PS1 Spider-Man game had you kind of stealthing around the buildings.
So Arkham stole it from them, really.
Not in that way.
But I think this is a proper evolution. And the debate is Spider-Man versus Batman. These two characters are similar. They're smart. They're strong. They're stealthy. They're good at fighting. They're agile. They have gadgets. They both have the
anything they
ropes.
don't
They're
have,
basically
Matthew?
the same character.
You may as well just name what they don't have, because you named everything.
Well, that's why they're the same person, except one is brighter and funnier.
Oh, you know what? The game I was referring to for PC is the PS1 game, and it's just called Spider-Man.
There you go.
And it had espionage.
Yeah. And Miles Morales is going to be in it, so yeah. Sweet.
I'll probably try it. I'll give it a go.
I'm going to buy it.
You know what? If
Pre-order.
it still existed, this would be a game to rent.
I'm not excited about it as a game. It's not their trademark game. No, not trademark. What's the word I'm looking for?
Instead of showstopper, I know
Yeah,
what
it's-
your blockbuster game.
It wasn't a blockbuster. It wasn't a game to end your conference on, but that's all you could end your conference on.
Yeah.
So it was okay.
Yeah. It says 2018, so expect it November. It wasn't early.
Yeah, next year. Next
Yeah.
year sometime.
So I'll see it again next E3.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, that wouldn't make sense.
So I'm gonna
it would.
I'm gonna give Sony a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. Not because of the games. The presentation's what gives it the more points. I didn't care much about the games, actually. I was actually really disappointed in the games lineup. I think Last of Us, they decided clearly to keep it for TGS, so we didn't get that. There was nothing about from software. So to me, it was missing a few things. It could have been great. I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay.
And the only reason it beats Microsoft is the presentation. Otherwise, the games are worse.
I was every trailer I saw, I was initially excited, and then I got a little bummed out. Detroit looked different. Shadow of the Colossus was not a sequel, and etc. God of War, Spider-Man I really loved, but honestly, game for game, I didn't. I saw it all before, I'm gonna give it like a.
There's a lot of
I think the
rehashes.
comment is like a 5 out of 10 for me.
Oh,
I wasn't a big
Yeah,
fan.
I enjoy the presentation style where it's just a reel of games.
John Layton Spider-Man.
However, it was a light year for them. I give it a 6.
Yeah.
all right, then the last monster, the 24-minute behemoth that is Nintendo.
Packed full of everything you want.
Reggie Fils-Aimé walks on. The game is fun. The game is a battle. It's not fun? Why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun? Reggie Fils-Aimé just took it to a whole nother level because gaming is a journey.
Yeah.
It's a passport that you need to... It's a passport to new worlds. Some would say maybe even an odyssey.
Wow.
A look and feel of exploration. Close your focus and open your mind. Yes, the journey requires the right ticket. And that ticket, I say you, sir, is the Nintendo Switch. Did it sell you guys? Yes or no, Reggie Fils-Aimé?
For president of the United States. I think you're gunning for his job, though, to be honest.
No,
See the next Nintendo
It's just
guy.
fluffy poetry. I don't need
It's
it.
really good fluffy poetry.
He's a good presenter. He
I don't-
knows what he's doing. He's the nicest guy in the world, too.
He's a stereotypical presenter that doesn't relate to anyone, but it's so clean that you can't argue.
I would like to read this in a book. I would like to read it in a book of poetry. I don't want to see it in my. That was 5 minutes of your presentation.
Yeah.
A race against time. Fun and battle.
Okay, stop it.
Always locked together.
Stop it.
So there's a game that
Yeah.
you laughed at me a couple episodes ago because you're
Well,
like,
I
oh,
took,
you're
like-
just adding Blade at the end of
I
something.
had like
Xenoblade.
15
It's a
friggin'
game.
attempts at trying to name that thing. For 10 minutes straight, I was trying to figure out the name of this.
I never played Xenoblade 1, so
Yeah. Not even.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
this was the first
Looks good.
JRPG of
I will
the
take you
entire...
to Elysium. I will take you to Elysium. And
Yeah.
I think that showed up like 3 times. It was good. It looks
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
JRPG.
Yeah.
First JRPG of E3.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's
Well,
no
does
need
Code
for-
Vein count?
Finally, no.
Yeah.
Does Black Desert count?
No.
No.
I think they do.
Oh, they're just
Does
RPGs.
Ashen count? Dark Souls.
Then you know what
RPGs.
looked great? Kirby actually looked fun.
Kirby.
I think I would have fun with that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Kirby game. It's the same. It's the same formula every game. Same monsters, same bosses, same powers.
You know what I love about Kirby is that they didn't even have to title it. They literally just showed the trailer.
Yeah.
Said 2018 end.
Yeah.
Only Nintendo can do that.
Pretty
It's
much.
just like, hey, this is Kirby, and
Yeah.
it's probably just going to be called Kirby, and we can do that.
Because if they didn't tell me, because I was out of the loop, if they didn't tell me it was Uncharted, I thought it was Tomb Raider.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm not going to buy a Switch. I still don't think. Maybe
No.
one day, and there's one reason for it.
5 years down the line.
Was what was that jumped at my mind? You know, Mario Odyssey I think would be fun, but Yoshi, the Yoshi's Island
Yoshi.
type remake.
Yeah.
Yoshi looked like Little Big Planet for the Switch.
Oh.
No, Little Big Planet looked like Yoshi's Island for the SNES.
You lost me.
I never played
We
it.
both said the same thing.
You guys never played Yoshi's Island?
You think I did?
I love that game. Anyways, sorry, we jumped ahead. Pokemon
That's
tournament.
alright.
People are excited for it.
Yeah.
Is Pokemon battling in an arena?
Yeah. Hey, why not?
Don't care.
Why don't they have a Pokemon MOBA yet?
Well, oh yeah.
Right? Why doesn't
They can
Nintendo
have
do that
like-
with the
They
Switch?
can have like 500 champions.
You could have
instantly.
8 guys linked together on a bus playing an entire MOBA game land style on a bus.
I hope I live in San Francisco and have an hour commute. No way I can
I have
actually-
12 guys. Can they do 12 players on a Switch yet?
Can
Is
they
that
do
what's the
anything on
key?
the Switch?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
But the more importantly, they didn't show anything about it. We know very little.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a full Pokemon RPG coming out for the Switch,
About time.
which is pretty much a Pokemon RPG coming out for a PlayStation 3 console.
Pokemon game.
And that's
Pokemon
amazing.
games are RPGs.
Well, the Switch is a weird console
Yeah, but
because
for a console.
you would be like, well, if we look for this home console, but the Switch is like, it's basically a Game Boy Advance and a console. Like, I'm still kind of lost on what it is.
This is what I was going to say was going to be a potential reason for me to get a Switch.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while, like it's not often, I haven't played the last few, but I like to just dive into a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
And if this is like Final Fantasy-esque quality Pokemon.
Yeah.
You
I think
do not
that would
want
be
Final
amazing.
Fantasy-esque Pokemon. Final Fantasy is a great game, but
Not for
you don't want Pokemon in there.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
It's
just
com-
keep
it's
that
very
core.
different.
Just make it.
Pokemon has its
Make it
own
cool.
style. It has its own style, and you can't fuck with that.
And then
Honestly, no. But here it is. Nintendo needs to get into the VR because I want to play VR Pokemon.
I don't know why you guys keep hitting the table
Yes.
for.
Passion. Come on, that'd be sweet. You got the Pokeball in your hand and you throw it. And you catch.
Yeah,
People
I mean,
look at that Pokemon creation on your
Pokemon
phone.
Go, they had their AR.
Yeah.
The alternate reality. Why
Yeah,
don't you do VR?
but let's
Give
get
me
into
real
with the
VR.
multiplayer, with the gym battles, maybe some team battles.
We can do like the
Do the
Beyblade
MOBA
tournaments.
VR style.
We can get together all with things.
Yeah.
And we'll be in an arena. And
Come
I'll
on,
like,
I wanna
actually throw a
have-
Pikachu and I'll
Yeah.
command my
How
Pikachu
about-
with voice.
How about an alternate reality or altered reality VR experience?
That would be a dream.
Where you go into, like, they build these coliseums and you go in and you put on the headgear.
No, there's going to be a
We
day
have
where that
esports,
happens.
and you have the announcer of the tournament.
There's going to be a day where that happens.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
Nintendo, get on it.
It will be.
Was it the
And then
Pokemon
really
series?
it'll just look like
And then we have the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
things like these controllers are designed for VR. Come on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'd be perfect.
No, I really hope that day comes when we can still play it.
No,
When we can play Yu-Gi-Oh! For real.
Yes. It's time to
activated
So
by-
Nintendo had their own sizzle reel.
yep,
Microsoft's had about 15, 20 games. Theirs had one.
it's an important one. That's a doozy.
But it's more important than all those 15 combined. Metroid Prime 4.
How
Okay,
hyped
no,
were you?
before Metroid Prime 4 came,
Now in
was
development.
shown, Takahama came on,
Yes.
and he's like, all the games that we're going to show you in the next, 15 minutes are for 2017.
Yeah,
And then he cuts away, and then this shows up, and it just says, game in development. And now game in development, to me, sounds like that's not
that
coming out.
hasn't even gotten out of the board meetings yet.
There's no gameplay. There's no nothing. This
No.
was just one artist with doing some photoshopping of the Metroid Prime
Yeah.
4 logo appearing.
We're
Yeah.
talking about it.
We're talking about it. We got this one guy to render this for us. There you go. Metroid Prime 4. We're designing the game.
And there was nothing. Not even a still image.
And
That's
then-
how
It was
you
a
know.
good logo.
And then
That
the
was a
next,
mean logo.
then the next 3 games were all releasing 2018. And okay.
right. Yoshi-
Did you not just say these were coming out
I
2017?
think Kirby was. sort
Yeah,
of
you
like-
brought up Yoshi.
Oh, but then there was Zelda, and
Zelda DLC.
Zelda DLC, Rocket League, and Mario Odyssey were all 2017.
Rocket League's being released? What's that game like?
Re-released, but it's going to be running 720p.
Oh,
60
I hear they
frames.
also got the Street Fighter 2 coming out. Is that new? Is that the Rainbow Turbo Edition? What is that?
I think that's already out.
Oh, it's the HD.
It's already out.
We're getting HD already.
So Eiji Aonuma comes on and he says, "I'm the legendary Legend of Zelda series producer." Kidding. He actually just says, "I'm the Legend of Zelda producer," but with his accent and the pause that he had, I literally thought he was about to say, "I am the legendary producer of the."
Should have.
He probably could have gotten away
You
with
wouldn't
it
be
too.
wrong.
Yeah.
So a couple of DLCs.
Yeah.
Cool. June 30th for the first one, coming up quick.
Yeah, it is quick DLC actually.
And then the
They're
second
not
one
usually
by
that
the
on
end
the
of year.
ball.
Here's
I thought you would see this on the next system.
Here's what's cute about this DLC is that this wasn't announced when they released the game.
Yeah. Oh, is it free?
Amazing.
No.
No. You have to buy it.
Okay.
But you can buy a bundle of the two.
Hey, do
That
any
I
of
don't
you-
mind.
What was the other game that's coming out with DLC? Oh no, that was in Sony.
That was the Zero Dawn.
Zero
Oh, yeah.
Dawn had the DLC that was also not announced
Yes.
at release.
Thank you, Guerrilla Games. Again, you're doing.
I thought it was a
something
sequel. I was
amazing.
like, holy shit, they
Yeah,
made
yeah.
2 games at once.
That'd be fine too. It's like, hey, this game
Yeah.
did good, so here's some download content a year later.
Yeah.
You know, I do think though we're okay. So you know how there's this whole One X thing and this PS4 Pro, and it's not really 5th gen, but it's certainly not 4th gen, and we're in this awkward in between. And a lot of the industry is thinking maybe consoles are going to move in this direction, kind of like ongoing upgrades to the consoles instead of this blockbuster every decade, a new console, every 8 to 10 years. If that happens and they're having these mini upgrades, I think games need to follow suit and start just doing expansions instead of a whole new game. Like if we're having a PS 4.5, there is no reason for Guerrilla Games to go back and build a new Horizon Zero Dawn 2 virtually from scratch to try and get a new sequel.
Yeah,
expansions become the sequel in this world.
That's what this games as a service is, though. That's the new model, games as a service. So you got all these games running side by side. It's like, holy fuck, what do I choose from?
Because, like, for example, I can't see a need for Battlefield 1 to go off and try and make a second one right now and try and compete with Call of Duty World War II.
A year later, you could go back to Battlefield 1 and it'll be a bigger, better game than what you remember it.
But then they had the better Mario Rabbids RPG.
Oh, gosh.
Looks good.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Let's go all Mario. So you have the Mario Rabbids and Mario Odyssey.
All Mario?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get Odyssey in there too. Let's talk
Martinez,
about what do you guys think about the Mario?
Yeah, Mario looks good. You know what? Mario Odyssey looks good.
Mario Rabbids.
I would play that.
I would play that.
Mario. Viewers, listeners, I know there's none of you out there, but if you are, please email us at general@3hoursEarly.com and let us know, how do you pronounce Mario?
It's a me.
Is it Mario? Like these two? Or is it Mario?
I say
let us know.
Ways.
Whatever.
Whatever's easier to say at the time.
Mario plus Rabbids RPG, Ubisoft.
Yep.
Nintendo.
I think it's great for kids. I think it's great for people who like XCOM. I think it's great for people who like Mario. I think it's... Who likes Rabbids? Fuck Rabbids. But you know what? They had to do something with the franchise, so they stuck it in Mario, and Mario was a success.
I know you're all wondering.
Why did they throw... Ubisoft, you did not... I guess they helped with the RPG mechanics, though. And they said, well how do we get our stamp in there?
Ubisoft approached Mario, and they said that they wanted to... make a Mario game, and they wanted to make a franchise game. And Nintendo looked at them and said, yeah, sure, go ahead, you can use Mario. And Miyamoto looked at them and said, but Mario can't jump. That's my thing.
That's so weird.
Literally, he was like, no, you can take Mario.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But you can't have a jumping mechanic. Like the wah-ha and the triple jumps. Yeah. No, that's my thing. Miyamoto's like, no, you can't have
Do you know what's the most satisfying thing about Mario for me?
What's that?
It's his run.
Yeah.
So when I'm watching Mario Odyssey and I start and I'm waiting for it, like he better run like Mario with the arms swinging out to the side. Yeah, I love it. I was like, yes,
it is really good.
It's Mario.
Do you think
ever since Mario 64,
who would have been a better fit from Ubisoft though, the Rabbids or? Oh, jeez.
Well, clearly the Rabbids.
Rayman.
No, Rayman is the Rabbids. Rabbids are part of the Rayman universe.
Are they?
Yes.
Mind. I don't know.
In fact, the most recent Rayman games were the Rayman Rabbids.
Oh, I thought Rabbids were the only thing. Own thing.
No.
Oh.
I hope I'm not wrong about that.
I'm sure it's fun.
They probably will connect.
So Mario Odyssey, I'm excited for it because I didn't like Galaxy was great.
Yeah,
sure, but
it's
almost like a hey, you loved Mario 64.
Yeah,
let's just give you an updated Mario 64. Yeah. And I hope it's that.
Yeah, I want to play Mario in the real world. Let me do it.
It's great. But I was happy about that actually because I remember last year we saw it in the real world. And I was like, I don't want GTA Mario. It kind of looks awkward to me. But then this trailer showed a lot of different environments. So it's not all real world. And I was happy about that.
Yeah.
As fun as it looks, I'm still not going to play it because I feel no reason to get a Switch yet.
I hope I don't find a reason. But these you know what? This camera's pretty good.
Zelda would look...
I give it a 7 out of 10.
There's games I'd love to play. I'd love to play them, but
yeah.
I wish they were somewhere else.
If that Pokemon RPG comes up big, it might get me.
They've got some big promises.
And that'll be like a year from now, so there might be a little bit of a price drop. It might be enough to get me to buy it.
You know what? The Metroid in development, though, that's funny to me because it's a lot like the Zelda's now in development back when the Wii U wasn't even out yet.
Oh, yeah.
Breath of the Wild Zelda game. And it took until the Switch to come out. Like, I hope that's not the freaking Metroid game.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, and then you kept getting every E3 was just, we're 10% done Zelda. We're 20% done Zelda. It's like, come on, just show me your final form already.
the next generation console from Nintendo, the Nintendo 3D Switch.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a handheld, and it's going to have the new
VR.
New Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
Now you wish it's VR.
I do.
So then we got, PC? Is that happen?
Yeah, we had the PC conference.
Oh wait, count Nintendo out of 10. What do we think?
Oh, I gave it a 7.
You gave it a 7?
Good announcements. Short,
7.
sweet, delicious.
7.
I think I'm going to give it an 8.
Yeah.
I didn't care. Presentation was fine. It's not even live, so you can't give them that many points for it. But the reality is, they had one goal, was to say, we have games coming, and within the next year, you have stuff to play on this big blockbuster console. And they did it. And I think they're the only one of the 3 big guys who did what they needed to do, and Nintendo nailed it. They have big games. They have Kirby. They have Yoshi. They have Mario. They have more Zelda. They have a third-party Rocket League joining them. It's a Pokemon RPG. It's a really big deal. A lot of heavy hitters. Good job, Mario.
I know.
Yeah. Just a 7.
So out of the 3, then I guess I like the Xbox one the most.
I liked Xbox more, yeah.
What did you?
By a point. Like
Yeah.
I gave
Yeah,
7.5.
by points, Nintendo wins for me.
Okay. Cool.
I do want us to say we can talk about Ubisoft's, Bethesda's, and EA's all at once.
Yeah.
EA's was terrible. I hated EA.
It was worse than Phil Spencer's.
It's a good first
We know
one,
gamers.
I guess.
Their presentation
It's an
was
appetizer.
so backwards. They came out and they would just talk about the game, and before they even showed the game, so I don't even know what they're talking about.
Right.
And then it gets to Battlefront, and this woman comes out and she says, "I'm this person of this fire team." Blah blah blah.
Yes.
And like, who's that?
But you actually saw the trailer for that game.
No, they showed it
Not that
after
time.
she
They
showed
showed
up.
it after.
So she shows up and tells who she is, and then she's like,
But well, maybe I was just watching the trailer before E3 then, because I knew who she was when she walked out, because she was like shot for shot scene.
the trailer was out before.
Yeah, I was
wasn't
seeing.
watching. I was holding on until like E3.
Yeah, I was just watching
Show
E3
the
stuff.
trailer. Show us something.
To be live.
Yeah.
So I waited, and she came up. She started talking, and like, you're talking, but I have no idea what you're talking about. I know this is a Star Wars game. I know it's Battlefront,
Yeah.
but
But I felt that.
show me something. Show me what you're talking about.
Let me relate to you.
Yeah. But EA had 2 games. I mean, really, and this is good enough for me to give it a 5 out of 10.
Also-
because honestly,
That's good.
the split screen. Yeah, well, it could have been 4 or 2 for 2 games.
Do we also want to talk about the YouTube personalities that they had on there?
I didn't have a problem with that.
Why would they do that?
It was like 10 seconds.
They're trying to please. the
20
mass
seconds.
media.
It was silly.
I didn't think it was a
Hey,
problem.
Matt, what were you saying? 2 games.
Yeah, so you got the split screen one. Do you remember what it was called?
The Way Out.
The Way Out. That looks good. I want to play that.
yeah.
Come on, co-op.
Yeah, good couch co-op. I don't think that game is going to sell very well because the biggest... we were big couch players.
Yeah.
Side by side we would play, and one of our most fun games was
To Army of 2.
Army of Two. And that was
Yeah.
a great...
Oh, yeah.
This is like Army of 2, Kane and Lynch, and
that's right.
something else.
Kane Lynch sucked.
It did. Terrible. But I'm just saying, like, it's like I like where
Yeah.
they're going.
Yeah, so
I like
you're
the
escaping
idea
a
of it, but
prison.
here's the problem. Let's look at the people who are most likely going to play side by side. It's not some grown adults going over to one guy's house to play this game.
That's right.
It's like siblings mostly and friends.
Yeah.
Young kids who aren't playing
Nice.
online, siblings who need to play side by side. And this is not the type of content. It's like these are 2 guys in jail. This is Grand Theft Auto content. You
Yeah.
know? Like this is graphic content, and it's not for the biggest audience of side by side
Right.
couch players.
I see.
No, I agree. You're right. And there's a miss there because I'm pretty sure the game's going to be at least rated T for teen or M for mature.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be mature.
And if it is, then you're really
Like,
isolating away
That
that
one
audience.
guy's smashing people's heads around.
Yeah, that's
And
a
I
good
am
point.
really excited to play it, but it is going to be a bitch to schedule with you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get on the couch.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to do it.
And like 2 hours
Well,
later, we
they
didn't even
might
get out of jail
allow-
yet.
They might allow online co-op. We don't.
Oh
know.
yeah, there is online.
In Army of Two was graphic, but it wasn't over the top graphic. Like it was,
Yeah.
or I guess maybe it was too over the top, so that it was kind of like cute to play, fun to play. I won't say cute. That was
Yeah.
weird. Guys killing
It's
people.
totally,
Army
it's totally cute. You had the armor,
of 2.
flames.
Yeah, it
Felt
was
like a
it was
robot.
super fun. It was kind of
You were like a
over the
transformer.
top. Yeah.
Yeah.
with your golden AK. Like there's nothing serious about that. When you got these guys like beating people's brains out trying to escape jail, it's like holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So EA was fine.
Yeah, and then you know what? Battlefield 2 does look good though. Like that looks a
Battlefront 2?
lot like their initial. Well, I don't know if it was a trilogy. It was just 2 games, wasn't it?
It was. So there's 2 Battlefront 2s now, and there's 2 Battlefronts.
Yeah, but this one looks like Battlefield 2. Battlefront 2 for the PS2 Xbox. The over the shoulder, everything looks compact. Like it looks busting and lively. And there's like a bunch of bullets and the droids and the prequels are great for games. That has some great content for game format. And so I'm just...
You know what? No, I'm excited. Battlefront 1 was fantastic. I had so much fun with it. It ended off after about a week or 2 just because content-wise it wasn't that heavy.
Yeah.
So it looks like this is a good opportunity for them to just take all that, give me something great. And I hope I have enough time this holidays to play it because I might be shootered out.
I won't be able to play it over any other of the shooters coming out, man.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's got Quakes coming out.
Oh, I don't care at all for Quake, so I'm fine there.
Quake's coming
Looks
out.
terrible.
Like
Quake
Bethesda
Champions looks terrible.
Bethesda has so many shooters coming out, and I don't think I'm going to have time for Battlefront.
You mean more repeats?
We got Castlevania 2.
Castlevania 2?
Okay.
Honestly, the first one was an amazing game.
What?
Castlevania is
No,
gonna be
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Oops.
What?
Man,
Whatever.
bad with names. Wolfenstein 2's coming out.
Yeah, that
Well,
looks
you
great.
okay, but the font is the same for both
Yeah.
titles. That's
All right.
Wasn't what's one of Wolfenstein's subtitles? I think it has a castle in there.
yeah. Well, that was the last one.
That's
Wolfenstein. I don't know. Who
So
cares?
Wolfenstein looks great.
Wolfenstein, I want to kill Nazis. Oh, I want to kill Nazis
Yeah.
so bad.
Evil Within 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks.
Uh,
Did you play Evil Within? That was a
no,
good game.
You played that.
Yeah, it was good.
It looks when I was watching you play it looked exciting.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit,
Yeah, there's
I was
action,
scared.
and there's stealth, there's
Ooh,
giant
Mufasa. Say it
monsters.
again.
It's like,
Ooh,
you know,
Mufasa.
it's almost like
Mufasa.
Resident Evil, but
Mufasa.
the monster is like, no, I don't want to get near that.
Yeah, no, I was,
It wasn't like Resident Evil, yeah, shoot it. It was like, nah, not right now.
now I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Help.
And what else did they have? They had another shooter coming out. I felt.
Doom expansion.
Yeah, the Doom VR
VR.
and all
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's what I'm here. Hey, you know what?
I'm not gonna play that. I will
Welcome
play-
to Bethesda Land, where
Oh,
we have
I did like
remakes
that.
and Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein.
Yeah. I like how they're having fun.
Yeah, it was cute.
You know what? I like the little montage that started it with the families. It was like, this feels like a little mom and pop. And then, wait,
Oh,
these
yes.
guys make the biggest games in the
That's
world.
right. That's right. Yeah.
That's Bethesda's style.
Yeah.
I love how they go back to the
the,
20s.
the literal biggest games in the world.
Yeah.
They have that 20s style, and it just fits them.
Yeah.
Let's just keep that up.
Yeah.
But then, and so they announced Quake Champions Esports.
Yeah.
They're going to try and make it a thing.
I mean, that looks,
what are they trying
it's
to make?
fast paced.
Quake Champions Esports.
Oh yeah, that'll be.
I don't think it's going to be good.
That invented esports. Come on.
actually,
They
You know,
that
there's
was the first
um,
esport.
Yeah.
There's a vlog that a reporter Thorin did, and he considers himself an esports historian. Long and short of it, he was there back in the Quake days, and he's progressed through a lot of esports. And he explains really clearly why Quake Champions is going to fail because it's a game for no one. And what he does a good comparison of historical Quake, why people loved it, current generation games, why people love it, and how this falls short right in the middle of both of those things and doesn't deliver. It's really a good listen, 20 minutes long. Just check it out.
It's possible.
I think I will listen to it.
You should. And maybe we'll talk about it next show. You can give me your insight. I'm curious.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the esport. They had the esports dome set up for this E3, where
That was cool.
they went and crammed all these things that they want esports down your throat. It's
Yeah.
like, this is an esport, this is an esport, this is an esport, and this is an esport.
Yes.
You don't know if those are going to be esports. You can't make them esports. That'd be like, hey, I'm just going to go out in my backyard, build a sport, and then it's going to be a huge hit. There's going to be leagues, and everyone's going to love it.
Well, you know
and
what?
I'm going to
Yeah.
cram it down your throat. You can't just make a sport.
Throw enough money at something, and it'll stick to the wall.
You can't make a sport. People have to like the game to make it a sport.
That's true.
No
No one's gonna like Quake
Intel
Champions.
for the PC conference though. They came in and they're like, you know what? We're gonna like make some esports, right? but we're going to do it in a way where we're bringing back the competition world championship. You're going to have tournaments across, and if you win, you share $1 million, and you just bring your friends into these things, join up. And you know what? That's how you do an esport.
Intel Extreme
Make it in a
Masters.
tournament. Get the game sponsored.
Yeah, but what's the game?
I forgot what the game was.
Intel Extreme Masters has always been a thing.
Yeah.
They've got tons of games.
Yeah, they
on
were
the
saying this is
roster.
going to be our Grand Slam.
I think they actually just stopped doing League of Legends. And they used to do League of Legends. Or no, maybe it was something else they stopped. But they do CSGO. They do StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe.
Well, they're going to be doing
with
Echo
esports
Arena.
is that you cannot make an esport. An esport just happens. People like to play the game, and they will.
And it's a competitive enough
they'll
game.
just play it. You can't otherwise. It's just this isn't an esports dome. This is a PvP dome. People are just playing other people.
Oh,
It's
I
not-
see what you mean. Okay,
there's nothing.
I get where you're going with
Just
this.
because it's PvP doesn't mean it's an esport.
Yeah.
Like, why is World of Warcraft's
It is an esport.
that's considered an esport?
It is. There's
casters
There's a
for
world
that?
championship.
Oh,
And if you look at the
Take that.
casters, there's one of the casters you look at and you're like, yeah, he is a World of Warcraft player. For sure.
Uh-oh.
Like a lifer. I was a World of Warcraft player. I probably would consider myself still being one, but he is a lifer.
Yeah.
Mom, bucket.
More.
Sorry, guys. If I insulted anybody there.
This is just the entire world of Warcraft.
Although South Park looks fun.
Yeah. Ubisoft had a pretty good conference. They hooked, line, and sinker me and then as soon as the
And
conference is
you
over,
love
I just
that
had to
Assassin's Creed
wait
now,
a
don't
minute.
you?
They're really good at PR. They told me the same thing. Every time I make fun of Ubisoft, I go open world, customization, choose your own way, the way you want to play. And it's like none of these things actually go together very well. And they told me all of that for every single game.
Yeah.
And I bought it.
That's
and
the-
then at the end, I said, wait, no, that sounds like Garrett.
That's their pitch. They just come in. One guy has to go on and say that, and then just show the games.
Yeah.
So this is the pitch for all of these games.
Imagine a world.
These two. These are the
Oh, yeah.
definition of
Nice.
World of
Once
Warcraft.
they suit it up, you're screwing it up.
That's all right.
Man.
And but yeah, I mean they got they came out with they, they came out
Just to show that they don't need to look like that, there's Ben Ruki and another gentleman there who they're just fine.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of
Those are
a bit
casters.
of a juxtaposition.
A little bit of a difference. Anyways,
But they had this really awkward transaction between the Ubisoft guy and the Nintendo guy, and these two old guys,
yes.
with the guns who barely speak English. It was like this is really hard to watch.
Yeah.
But then they show the game, it looked good, so at least they salvaged it. But it was a weird moment. I know this is supposed to be like a monumental moment. But these guys are not ruining it.
Yeah.
You got
Isn't this fun?
English
Anyway.
language barriers.
Yeah, but they did a good job. And I do like the Ubisoft guy.
They speak English better than I speak their language.
Yes, no kidding.
That's definitely true. Yeah, I'll give him that.
He's French.
Huh?
Yeah.
Je parle français.
Yeah. You guys excited for Skull and Bones?
No.
That's going to be an esport, I imagine.
That's what they've said.
They're going to cram that down my throat too.
Yeah.
There's a
Imagine-
Pirates game. It's esports.
Yep. What about the other Ubisoft game? Did they have any? Assassin's Creed? Nope.
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 Everything Ubisoft's just
They
lost all of
They
my
did
trust
have
as a
one huge
developer.
reaction, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh yeah.
You know what was also a really terrible game when it first released?
Beyond Good and Evil
Beyond Good and Evil.
is a classic, buddy. Classic.
It's a classic.
It
All right.
revolutionized
It did.
gameplay because you're taking pictures.
You got to keep it down
Sorry.
or get away from your mic or something. Beyond Good and Evil did so many things right for like all the multi-targeting and all that. It was pretty much revolutionized by Good and Evil, Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, right.
So
And it was a launch game, wasn't it?
here's the thing: I didn't see any gameplay for this
Yeah,
game.
I mean, I guess now that I'm
That's
thinking
true.
back to it, Beyond Good and Evil wasn't that bad. It's probably one of their better ones.
Yeah.
But that was long ago. What generation was that?
PS2.
PS2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out at the
Whoa.
same time as Orphan.
Oh,
I mean, what more can you expect from it?
yeah.
It did
Wow.
wonders.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, there's no gameplay footage for this game, I don't think.
no, it was all
It was just a trailer.
yeah.
Well, good
and
luck.
it's a prequel and it's politics. That was the other thing that kind of like. Well, I mean, did we have to get into that direction?
Yeah.
Can we just
Yeah.
whatever? It's Beyond
Okay.
Good and Evil. Whatever. And anything else? What else we got?
Overall E3 impressions?
Slow year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. No, I think the only guys who surprised me actually was Microsoft. They had a bit more than I expected, even though I don't care about them. They had more. So I'll
you
give them
know, I wish I wrote this down. There was a game they out on the floor. It wasn't in any of the conferences. It was the Attack on Titan style. Like they kind of took that idea, and you're
Okay.
like on ninja, and you're cutting ogres in half.
Oh,
This game looked so fun. I really wish I knew
Really?
what it was called.
that does sound cool.
Blood something maybe.
Bloodsport.
No.
that. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It looked great. You're you have to hack the armor off this giant troll and then cut its leg off. And
Was it
then
like
falls.
Revengeance?
No, it falls down and then you gotta like climb up its back and cut its head off. It looked so much fun. It was like a
Was it like Shadowverse? No, not Shadowverse. You know what I meant. Ninja.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Ninja.
It's closer to Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh.
Grifflands?
In a more cartoony, like the artistic
Grifflands,
direction
yes.
they went was more cartoony. But
Is it a Steam game?
Because Grifflands look pretty cool. I can't remember.
no, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, there's some XCOM 2 expansion that looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lawbreakers. You guys didn't play it?
Here's
Do
Do you know what it is? Do you guys did you
I
even
don't
look
know
into
what
it?
Lawbreakers
You
is.
need to look at this. This looks like what Quake was trying to do. This is like going to be esports, like huge. It's fast. I
It's
was
gonna
playing
be
some. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You're going like a million miles an hour, and you're just like it's all like totally like 360, like it's global, like a spherical
So it's
point of view, like
gun.
and you're like. Yeah, but you're like going under the arena and you're like flying and you're all over
So
the
it's
place.
Mennonite.
Is this-
And there's medics,
Is
but
this
they're
the one
shooting.
that Terry Crews was?
No, that's Crackdown 3.
Oh, Crackdown.
That's what I was trying to
How
name
did we
before.
not talk about
I tried to
Crackdown?
name it, but I couldn't find it. I kept saying
Crackdown
Crash.
3 is a very big deal. It's going to
Did you play
destroy
Crack-
all of the buildings, all of them.
Yeah.
More destruction than the Red
Faction?
Faction series. Thank you.
Yeah.
Which I loved.
Did you
PS2
play
ones.
Crackdown on the 360?
No, I was never. an
It was
Xbox
pretty
guy.
boring.
I played Halo
You get
'cause I
bored
had to.
easily. I guess fans love it.
Just another sandbox.
Yeah.
There were so many sandboxes to go
There's so
go
many
into
sandboxes
nowadays.
these
It's
days.
Yeah. And
They don't beat out
with Zelda.
GTA.
Nintendo entered that world, and there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, great! There's a sandbox. Can I climb it?" Because that was one thing Zelda did great. Is like, "Hey, look at that mountain all the way off in the distance. Yeah, you could technically climb that."
Yeah, but as far as shooters go, no one's really going to get away from GTA 5, except I hear they are getting rid of the modding. Like
Yeah,
there's a cease and desist on
huge
the
backlash
open.
on the modern community.
What's it called? OpenVL, something like that.
OpenGL.
GL, yeah. Yeah, so there's a cease and desist on them, so they're shutting down that program.
Huge backlash. People are angry.
It was like modding was one of the most fun things you could do with
In
that
fact,
game.
Bethesda's monetizing it now. They realize it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they got to do it right.
Well, they're not, because everyone has it for free now, and they're going to make it official and formal, but we're going to charge you Bethesda coins. And how do you get Bethesda coins? Well, spend that good skrill. I think that's the exact words Bethesda used.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a new MechWarrior game, BattleTech. There's a beta. I'm kind of trying to sign up for that.
Does it look good?
It does.
What
You know,
is it?
it's like it's
Explain it
got
to me.
it's
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and it's got like the nice tabletop, and you get your team of mechs, and you customize them and all that, and you get in there, and you blow other mechs away.
If I'm first person mech?
No, it's like a tactics game.
Oh, okay.
Like front mission?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Not like Mech Warrior.
Right. Now I'm thinking of like, well, it's just imagine all the Mech Warrior games together, like all the mech games, and pile them together.
A mech game
Plus
coming
XCOM.
out.
So
I'm not looking forward to the XCOM game because it's just another game that it's an expansion that runs side by side with the actual XCOM game. So you're just playing the XCOM game over and over and over.
Yeah. It looks like good DLC.
And every now and then a mystery enemy shows up and you have to kill it.
Yeah.
That's really the biggest difference with this expansion is while you're playing the game, a hard enemy comes out and kills all your guys. Damn.
They got some new Age of Empire.
Oh, yes! The remake of the original Age of Empires.
Yeah.
On the PC.
Yeah.
Did that look good?
It did.
It looks great, and I love the original. There's a huge cult following around the second one, but the first one was my favorite.
Did they build it from the ground up, or did they just like do different sprites and stuff?
Well, ground up.
Okay.
I think it's ground up.
I think so. I hope so. And then really the only other ones that I can't remember what Tunic was, but I do remember it standing out to me. And then Wargroove also stood out to me, but I can't remember what they are.
Didn't stand out to me.
So they didn't stand out at all.
Well, compared to the other stuff, was like there was a lot of just repeats from the PC conference.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves, Forza, PlayerUnknown, Destiny.
Well, that's the neat thing with PC gamers now is because of Microsoft, they have Xbox games and they have PC games.
Yeah.
They've got a nice little entry into the console world now.
They have the Pokemon kind of style game, Ooblets.
Oh, yeah.
That looks cute.
That was in the sizzle reel for the Xbox conference.
Yeah, for like a second, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed a lot in that.
They did.
All right. So what are the biggest games that you want to play?
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Fighters.
And
seconded.
Third.
I'll try Anthem.
Spider-Man.
I'll try Spider-Man.
Do you have a top 5? Give me a top 5.
Top 5?
Don't have a top 5. I did not prepare a top 5.
I have a top 5.
Destiny 2.
Cool.
Anthem.
Yeah.
The game that you just mentioned, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah.
I don't care. Kind of care. Wow. Age of Empires Remaster.
Yep.
And last but not least, you know what? I'm going to give it to, even though I'm probably not going to play the Pokemon RPG.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with that.
I don't know. Dragon Ball Fighters is number 1 for me. Honestly, I've been gobbling up the media on that. And then you got Spider-Man. That's the other one. I do just want to fill the shoes of Spider-Man. I want to swing around the city. I love swinging around the city. Lawbreakers. It's so much fun. PlayerUnknown, the actual full release. I want to play that. I want to see what they want to do with that. And they really went into detail in the PC conference. And also, I'm never going to play it. Metro.
Okay.
At Metro Exodus.
Metro?
Yeah.
Exodus.
Those 5.
I'm going to go Wolfenstein 2.
Oh, yeah.
You got to kill some Nazis. What was their other shooter?
Evil Within.
Quake.
Quake.
I want to play Quake.
Have you seen gameplay for Quake
Wolfenstein
Champions? Or
2.
you guys just keep
Good.
saying
I
it?
know it looks good.
Quake.
Terrible.
I just don't know how to shoot, man.
Anthem. Spider-Man.
Okay. Close.
And
Skull and Bones.
Oh my god. Battlefront 2?
Dragon Ball Z.
I'll take Pokemon out and put Battlefront 2 in. Sorry.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
That's all I got.
Battlefront 2. I forgot about that one. That deserves to
I
be up there.
didn't think you were that excited.
I love
I thought I was more excited about it than you.
I really like
I
that
still
first
left it
one,
on
I
the
think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's been...
That was our terror.
This has been 3 hours early.
Those are thoughts and opinions on E3.
It was a lot of. Well, it could have been more. Should have been more. I wanted more from Sony.
I'm excited for next year, where we're just going to consume the content day in, day out. And
Next year, I hope we're all there. We get to go in.
Yes.
We'll probably be better at this by then.
And we'll be interviewing From Software people.
There's only one individual.
Oh, yes. Where was From Software?
We had a whole bunch of Dark Souls-esque games.
Yeah, I know. They're like, yeah, you guys got enough Dark Souls out there.
And apparently we had a Castlevania game. Wolfenstein, anyone?
Castlevania. There is a Castlevania style game coming out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's Castlevania.
Let's finish it.
So anyways, that was really good. Thanks everyone for listening. Overall, last minute thoughts on the E3 conference. I loved it. I think it was quieter than last year and the year before, but it was good.
It was a quiet year. I'm sure we got a lot to expect. Sony was holding out on us.
Yeah, there's some big.
They're going to destroy TGS.
Why Final Fantasy 7 didn't even get talked about.
We're gonna wait till Tokyo Game Show shows up here and see what they got. I imagine it'll be much more exciting than the E3 this year.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Adam. Twitter's Adam_3HE. Ashcon here is A_Nia 3HE.
That's the one.
And Matt's got a nice easy one, Matt 3HE.
Yeah.
He's got no photo up yet.
Hey, can you help me out with that?
Is he still an egg? Is he still a gray egg?
Just do it right after this. Let's get it.
We'll have to get that done. This has been 3 hours early. Thank you so much for listening. Check us out. general@3hoursEarly.com is the email. And we've got a YouTube. We've got SoundCloud. Patreon.com. Check us out. Thanks so much for all your support.
All right.
And we're on iTunes.
Bye. Bye.